Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we did this live, but your boy's uploading and it's just a normal video. Apparently, I can't react to anybody's videos anymore. It doesn't matter if it's trailers or anything. It's kind of crazy because it's been fine in the past, but YouTube seems to just be giving me like warnings left, right, and center. And if I continued the live stream and reacting to Godzilla versus the Iron Dragon, I would have gotten a strike, a channel strike. So yeah, we're here doing this again. Again, spoilers. If you haven't seen this, go ahead and watch it. It's on Apple TV, episode 10, Legacy of Monsters, Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Yeah, I do apologize. I want to just apologize profusely for wasting people's time and starting a live stream, having everybody amped for it and getting ready to go. And yeah, look, I pre-recorded it, I uploaded this video, and everything was fine. The only thing was that I couldn't monetize it, but there was no other sort of problems, right? But during the live stream, again, the same message came up. We've detected somebody else's content. Apple TV, obviously, it must have been. But then when I stopped the live stream and went to check it in the studio, everything was fine. So whatever, dude. We're going to do this. I'm just going to upload it. It's not going to be monetized. There's going to be no ads on this video. Everything will be fine. I know that this way I won't get any problems. It won't even be a warning. They'll just tell me, oh, you can't earn money, and that's it. Sometimes it limits the visibility, so it will be only seen in like certain countries, or just not at all. But it's fine now. Anyways, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, let me just start. We're going to do this as a live stream because everything's set up as a live stream. I'm going to put up the volume there. We're going to watch this again once through, and we'll go back and check some stuff out. It sucks that I can't really interact with you guys, but remember to comment down below in the comment section if you got any questions about the episode, if you want to just make any comments about it or anything. Yeah, with that said, let's get going, dude. Alright, so Ion, I-O-N. It's not iron, it's Ion. A big G coming through the rift. Looking epic as always. I think he was, obviously, honestly in the episode, I think, well, for what I got, he was coming through the rift to Kurt Russell's character, to the little device thing that, like, gets them, like, it's like a honing kaiju device, I guess. Here we go. Already ripped something and broke something over him. Like, that's insane, dude. Epic throw. How did he even survive that? I don't know. Every bone in his body should have been shattered. Given the fact that he is kind of like a wyvern creature. He just also spat like some acid. It's pretty insane. Is that a thing? This is what I asked in the live stream. Is that actually a thing in the Iron Dragon's kind of lore? In Godzilla lore? Does he have like acid powers? And then ladies and gentlemen, as fast as it began, he ends that little bat. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Godzilla versus the Iron Bat, aka Dragon. So before, as I was saying in the live stream, to reiterate, before this scene, it shows Kurt Russell's character and then the Iron Dragon like roaring at him and then kind of noticing that something's coming. And then the Iron Dragon gets kind of like cocky and decides to go towards the rift, towards where Godzilla's coming through. And I think at this last moment, which you actually see here, you realize this, oh my god, it's a little bigger than I thought. But still takes on Godzilla, which you gotta give him some props, okay? Yeah, insane fight. Let's go ahead and go through it slowly. I mean, this is so cool. Like the visuals, let's be real here, ladies and gentlemen. We're living in a time where CGI is just... What's the difference, man? Real CGI is all the same thing right now. I mean, this to me looks real, man. It looks good. But being a hobbyist animator, I'm not a professional animator, this is kind of crazy. I mean, the level of animation detail, I'm gonna actually play this back just a little slower. Like this. The weight. Like, you can feel that weight. And when he grabs Godzilla's face like that... Oh, so it's the tail he rips. So he rips the bottom of the tail. That is so insane. Like, this shot is so weighty. Whoops, not that. Normal. Let's see it again. like that ripping motion. People don't really realize, like if you haven't ever animated or ever done anything like this, like on Blender or Unreal Engine or anything like that, whatever you use, you don't realize the amount of effort and work it actually takes and the level of skill. Absolutely bonkers, dude. I mean, just that, for example, like you can't see the bottom of the feet, and I can tell you right now, the animators probably, they bothered, but they didn't like do small details like the toes and stuff, you know, impacting the rocks, because you're not going to see it. But getting that impact being thrown from there to like there, right? Even if it's like running on like a spline and they are able to control the speed, it's still very difficult. And to get that like feeling of impact, of weight, is what like makes or breaks an animation. It literally makes or breaks an animation. Well, especially when it comes to like monsters fighting and stuff like that. You know, fantasial creatures, not something that's realistic. But when it comes to human animation, that's when like the uncanny valley like sets in. You know, people can tell immediately if something's wrong. You know, we inherently observe people all the time, so we know exactly what people look like, how they sound, how they're supposed to walk. You know, we know this thing. So like when we see an uncanny thing in movies and films, that's where you get the uncanny valley. You're like, damn, dude, that CGI looks a little bad. But the CGI in this is great, and the CGI in the Godzilla X Kong, have no idea what y'all are wearing. You'll get your grease goggles off your head, man. The CGI looks great. And the animations with Godzilla and Kong running, absolutely epic. You guys have no idea how much work it takes. So it's acid. It's definitely green. So like they've definitely made sure that to portray it as like an acid. But I don't see any burns though. Kind of reminds me of like spitting like a green jelly. It's like a sticky, yeah, it's like sticky green stuff. Because like Godzilla's trying to get it off his face. It's still on his face. That killed him. Sorry to say, he was dead from this moment on. Like I don't even care about him using his atomic breath. This killed the Iron Dragon. It was dead. That broke probably every bone in his spine. And he was dead, yeah. He's completely and utterly wasted. And you can actually see this. I don't know if this is intentional, but he's completely limp. The only thing that you can see, if you look very carefully... oh, here we go. Spits. He's going to dunk him into the rocks. Dude, the animation is so quick. Here we go. Boom. Dude, that is broken spinal cord, dude. You're done. You're done. And you can see this. Actually, the way his body reacts to the impact. Watch this. That's limp. His wings are limp. Actually, we're going to just play it back in like slow motion. We should have just done the video like this in the first place. I want to do this live because then I get you guys interaction and I can speak to you guys and it's way more fun that way, obviously. So again, I do apologize for messing your guys' time and you're around. Like, it's super embarrassing. Super embarrassing. But it's the case of like, do I decide to take a 90-day shadow ban, which I already have from the warning that I got. But this time, it's not just going to be a shadow ban. They're literally going to yeet me from the algorithm. So like, do I take the strike, the 10 days of not being able to stream and upload to you guys, or do I just cut the video right there and then and upload a pre-recorded, you know, for the day? And we'll do a live stream on some rendering stuff tomorrow or something. I'm working on some stuff, so yeah. I want to show you some stuff, man. Show you some stuff. Anyways, yeah. So you can actually see, I don't know if it's intentional. I just like unintentionally spat all over my microphone. His body kind of goes limp as soon as he hits the rock. Check this out. Limp. Wings are limp. He's not moving the wings at all. Like throughout the whole scene here, dude, Kurt Russell is... He's just ragdolling, dude. So like look very carefully here. The neck, from the neck up, like his head, for example, it's the only thing that's able to move. Like the wings, everything else is just like kind of flapping and flapping around. See there? He's completely like immobilized. The only thing that's kind of moving is his neck and his jaw, like snapping. He's trying to bite. So I think he was done there and then. That was just a complete break. But I mean, can we just like appreciate Legendary Godzilla? This is also an appreciation video, and I did want to say some things about this. All right, there's been a lot of like Godzilla -1 versus legendary Godzilla. And oh my gosh, yo, Godzilla -1 is such a great film, guys. And legendary, what are they doing in Hollywood, yo? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been a lot of that. There's been a lot of like fanning out, people just being fanboys. But on both sides, on the Toho side and on the legendary picture side, okay? But let's be real here. We gotta appreciate the big G, the legendary Godzilla, legendary pictures themselves, everything that they've done, everything that they've brought to the picture, okay? And the reason why I say this is, I'm actually just gonna put that, we'll play it in the background. The reason why I say this is quite simply because you would not have -1. You would not have Shin Godzilla. You would not have these awesome series that we've seen come up, like with Godzilla Ultima, for example. These things only exist because Legendary took a chance in bringing Godzilla to the mainstream with 2014. And not even with 2014, because 2014 wasn't like a huge major blockbuster. It's not like, you get what I'm saying? It's not like it made like 3 times the amount it was worth. So then King of the Monsters came along. And then we got GVK. And the series, the Monsterverse, has kept on being pushed by these people. By these individual Legendary Pictures and all the people that are involved. So I just wanted to say this. Without Legendary Pictures and Godzilla, you would not have -1. You would not have Shin Godzilla. Godzilla would not be now in the mainstream, in the common user's eyes. We're fanboys. I got like t-shirts and shit. You know what I'm saying? We're fanboys, dude. We buy statues of these things. We gawk over Godzilla. But what they've done is bring him to a mainstream, to people who just don't even know who Godzilla is. Who would never have known who Godzilla is, who are now invested or enjoy something or related to Godzilla. All right. So I just, again, if you guys are gonna fanboy out and fight, you know, in the comment section or wherever you're gonna be fighting about in Facebook groups and stuff like that, where it's mainly where all the toxicity is at, and Reddit and stuff like that. Listen, guys. Let's just have some appreciation for Legendary, okay? Because without them, we would not have awesome stuff like -1. And I still love Legendary. Godzilla, he's still my favorite. He's still #1 in my eyes. Because he brought it to the mainstream. He brought something that most people weren't really interested in. You gotta remember, Godzilla's a very small niche thing. Maybe in Japan it's a lot bigger, but in the rest of the Western market and stuff like that, it's a very niche thing. So, again, 2014 brought it to the mainstream, man. So we owe a lot to Legendary. We owe a lot to everybody who's involved in that. So, again, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. With that said, again, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, consider subscribing. Apologies for not being able to do this live stream. I do apologize to everybody who came out. Again, very embarrassing. But we kind of got to understand why. It's somebody else's content. This is Monarch, Legacy of Monarch, this is Apple. This is Legendary. So while yes, sometimes we can react to channels. Sometimes we can react to trailers, and things will be fine. Sometimes it's not, and it just goes to show that actually it's probably better to do these things pre-recorded and then upload them. And this is why people don't actually do them live, because think about it. You can run monetization while you're doing a live stream, so you could technically. You're not hacking the system because the system already knows that you're doing something nefarious, you know. But anyways, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, peace out.